Hey y'all, it's Toy. So I want to do a quick reading. I wanted to do zodiac signs, but I don't really have the time to do everybody. So I want to do this pick a card read that I seen inside of my chakra book. So here's how we're gonna do it. You have here the Hematite, you have the Agate, and you have the Shungite. Three different piles. I want you guys to focus on a question, like a yes or no question. Should I do this? Shouldn't I do this? Whatever. So we're going to take a moment of silence for maybe about 30 seconds to just meditate, breathe on it, and think about the question that you need answered, right? This is general, so we're just going to trust Spirit to take us where we need to be. So let's take a moment, some deep breaths in and out. And just focus on the question that you have at hand. One more deep breath in. All right, so go ahead and focus on your question. Take a nice little gaze at the piles here. This is pile 1 with the Hematite, pile 2 with the Agate, and pile 3 with the Shungite. Okay, so go ahead and pick what pile is best for you. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do so. And we are going to start with the first reading at 1:55. Okay, so if you chose the Hematite, okay, so focus on your question one more time. The card that I pull out on the left will be if the answer is yes, affirmative, you decide to go through with something. And the card on the right will be if you say no, if you decline, if you decide to stop putting energy into something. Okay? So, rejection. So if you keep going forward with something, pile 1, it looks like here that you're going to face rejection. We also know that rejection is God's protection, right? Looking at this card too, it may also put you in a place of confusion if you keep going with the situation. And I'm just getting a feeling of like stuckness and stagnancy, so to speak. These are going to be pretty quick. This is only one card. I'm not going to drag it, right? So if you do go through with something, say yes to something, consider something affirmative, then you may face rejection. Okay? If you say no, or you don't go through with it, then it's impartiality. And impartiality, is good because it really just talks about you being detached from an outcome. And when you're detached and when you don't have really no expectations toward anything, you kind of just take things as they go. Your perspective becomes different. You become more open to receive. You don't block yourself. You know, sometimes we get fucked up because we want what we want. We want it to look like how we want it to look like. And if it don't come like that, like we don't like it. Not knowing that it may not look the way you want right now, but it's the best for you. And it's going to be better than you ever thought later. We don't know that. Or we don't remember that, you know, whenever we're in like this energy of just wanting what we want. So, impartiality. I think I want to go to the book too. Okay. It says, this is not a time to personally shine, but to allow others to come forth with their gifts. You may find yourself in the role of neutral advisor. Hold the space for others to find their own answers. Advice might not be well received. Be unbiased now. See, and that's another thing. That's why I wanted to read it, because I didn't really remember the story. But yeah, this lady, her name is like Bahana or Benihana or something like that. But anyway, she helps two neighbors figure out what colors to paint. I'm gonna eat some fruit and drink some water while we talk. So excuse me if you if I like chew too loud or something. But these are both crown chakra cards. So this is both your clarity. This is both your connection with a higher power. Mm, I just feel like for this pile, if you try to push anything, if you try to go ahead with anything, I feel like you may face some resistance and some rejection. Whereas if you just hold off, kind of fall back for a second, observe, maybe even if this is a situation where you're trying to give somebody advice, they might reject you if you come out straight to them and try to tell them something. Whereas if you kind of just, try to be kind of a neutral advisor, just kind of play it cool, see everybody else's perspective as well, and not try to push forward so hard, then I think that you'll be in a place of releasing expectation. And so when we do that, like I said, we accept what comes better. We're in a place where we can receive. Okay? So that was pile 1. Thank you, pile 1. Okay, pile 2 was the Agate. Okay, so pile 2. Okay. So, this card on the right will be if you say yes or affirm, or if it's a positive or you go through with something, and the one on the right will be if you say no, negative, or stop putting your energy into something. So if you say yes for something, if you go through with something, then it will be a completion. It can be a cycle completion. It can be the end of something. And this is the sacral chakra card. So sacral energy is all about reproduction, creativity, sexuality, sensuality, things that you hold close to you. Your womb is, sacral chakra type of energy. So if you say yes, there will be completion. The sun will rise over the dawn. General, so I can't go too deep because I don't really know. Okay, if you say no, balance. Neither one of these are, I don't really do good or bad per se anyway, but neither one of these are bad. See, if you say yes, it's going to put it into something. If you say no, I feel like with the balance card being here, of course things are going to keep going. But there's going to have to be some things that are figured out. There's going to be some perspectives that have to be changed if things are, if your answer is no. Which is weird, because to me, no would be completion and yes would be going forward. But whatever, this is how they came out. Yes would be a completion. Please, if this is resonating with you, let me know in the comments how this goes, because that's confusing as shit to me. But with the balance card here, if you say no, then there is a need to, I feel like, gather people in some way. And I feel like an extra person would be involved if you said no somehow. Oh, this is weird. Okay, let's see. Balance. Let's see what the book say. This card may indicate a reluctance to change. You may be hesitating because of the past, but that doesn't mean you should be hasty. Weigh all sides before moving forward. This can mean the start of a relationship, so proceed slowly. All right? So, if you say yes, it would be nursing your sacral chakra. If you said no, it would be nursing your third eye chakra, which is your perspective again. All right? I hope that was helpful, pal, too. This is weird. I'm going to have to keep doing pick a card reading so I can really get the feel of it. Okay, and last but not least, Shungite. Okay? Pile 3, go ahead and think of your question again, okay? If you say yes, that's the card over here on my left. If you say no, decide not to go through something or not give your energy to something anymore, that is the card on the right. So, if you say yes, insecurities. Your root chakra will be affected. This may be a situation where if you go through with it, you might not feel good about yourself later, or it might be something that is not what it seems. that once your emotions get involved, then the mask come off, or once you get comfortable, the mask comes off, whether this is saying yes to a job, a relationship, whatever it is. Okay. But with this card here, saying yes will throw you off balance. It will test your heart. It will test your security. It will put you in a position where you kind of have to protect yourself. And I feel like this is a situation where you wouldn't, once I feel like you have to protect yourself, so to speak. Okay. If you say no, growth. I don't really think that we have to go really deep with this. This is self-explanatory. Pile 3. All right. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to try to do a couple of more picker cards. If so, I'll post them up here. If you guys like them, let me know. If not, I'm still probably going to do them anyway. Because I like them and I want to get better with them. Thank you. Also, listen, someone had wrote something on one of the videos talking about the beeping of the thing, of the smoke detector thing, talking about how unprofessional it was. Be very clear, this is not my profession. I have a profession. Well, right now I have a job, but I'm starting school to start my career. And it's in this field as well. But this is just my passion. So, like, legit, don't even waste your time, like, bothering about all that other stuff. If this is my profession, I would try to put more into it to make it look a little different and do all that. But I really don't have the time for that. So I really am just giving you my love. If you don't want it, unsubscribe. All right, I do love you guys, though. I'm going to try to do one more pick a card read and then load them both at the same time. Maybe this one will be about romance. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.